Oh, it looks like, it's on. That's me. Hi, everyone. We're going to start in a couple of minutes because we do have a full agenda today. So if you're out in the pre-function area, if you want to grab your food and come on in, and we're going to get started here in about 1 to 2 minutes. Thank you. 1 to 2 minutes. All right. Okay, everyone. So I have 2:04. We're going to go ahead and get started. So I know everybody's getting something to eat when you're grab your plates and come on in, but we want to get started. So I definitely want to welcome everyone. Good afternoon. Good to see you all. Good afternoon. Yay. Okay. But welcome everyone in the room and those of us who are watching online. We are so glad that you're here and attending our fall town hall. So I think it is really going to be an engaging and an exciting meeting today. And so we're really excited and happy that you all are here. So first and foremost, I want to have anybody this is their first town hall to please stand for us. First town hall. I know you're out there. New hires, town hall. Yay. We want to give you a big welcome. Welcome to your first town hall. Thank you. Yes. Good. So, okay. We're going to really keep this moving today. And this afternoon, so because we've got a really special guest coming up later on. But we are going to start with what's new with the quarter. We always have something new and new updates that we want to share with you. So first on board is our president, Marty Brooks. Couldn't remember his last name. Sorry, Marty. Just kidding. He is going to give us some updates. So come on up, Marty. Yay!
What was that about? Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you. I will say, when I was coming over here from my office, I still get excited when we're using our facility for our purposes with each other. So this is just terrific to be in this space with you all. Anyway, back in May, during my report to the WCD board, I made them aware that we had engaged Hunden Partners to perform a highest and best use study of the land where the Panther Arena and Miller High Life Theater are located. What prompted us to do this is that the Panther Arena tenant agreement, we have two Panther Arena tenant agreements that will be expiring in the next few years, for which we need to begin our negotiating positions. The lease with the Milwaukee Admirals hockey team expires at the conclusion of the 26-27 season, 2 years from now. And the lease and naming rights agreement with UWM expires June 30 of 2029. As is common, license agreements with arenas and the primary tenant or tenants span a significant number of years. Each of those two agreements each had a 10-year term. The UWM agreement had a 5-year extension, which they exercised a year ago. In assessing the length of future agreements, we need to consider what is the highest and best use of these facilities, the property that they are on, and the cost and timeline to execute a plan if that is something that the WCD board wants to do. To assist us in the board, we engaged Hunden to study Milwaukee and develop options for a master plan for our property. Hunden Partners has deep expertise with convention centers, arenas, performing arts centers, youth sports complexes, mixed-use districts, attractions, entertainment concepts, activated public spaces, and headquarter and destination hotels. They have been involved in $20 billion in projects, completed over 650 conference, convention center, event center, and hotel studies, over 200 youth sports complex facilities, professional stadiums, and arena studies, and 87 mixed-use destination districts. The information they ultimately will present will aid us in executing our fiduciary duties to operate, manage, and develop the district's assets in a manner that is in the best interest of the district and the city. The study will be accompanied by a conceptual master plan that could serve as a framework for a redevelopment of the site and will suggest an implementation strategy and development approach. They have already begun work with in-person and virtual meetings with members of the WCD board, city and county leadership, local hoteliers and restaurateurs, community organizations, and other key stakeholders in order to gain a greater insight into our community, challenges, concerns that all exist for the district, Westtown, and Milwaukee. They are now gathering relevant economic, demographic, tourism, and other data. Their teams will assess the current downtown Milwaukee core assets that induce visitation. Hunden will evaluate Milwaukee's position as an economic and tourism center of activity and will consider how this activity generates overnight visitors. This analysis will provide a realistic assessment of the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats for the area. The study will also consider lost business, that is, event types that cannot currently be hosted by the absence of specialized venues or by the current market hotel package. In addition, they will cover key drivers of demand and financial realities. Hunden will provide an overview of the industry trends related to the current and potential uses for the site that may be to maintain and operate as is. The presentation will be presented to the board at the January 26th board meeting. Lastly, and simultaneously to this study, we have engaged a consultant to compile a 20-year forward-looking capital plan for both the theater and the arena. This additional information, including the associated expenses and liabilities, will identify the investment needed in the infrastructure to maintain and operate these facilities for decades. Having a big picture, long-term perspective of what we could be, the costs, along with the expense to maintain status quo, will help guide us in our development of the number of years a new agreement with UWM and the Admirals should be. This week, 3 stories have run on this subject in the Journal-Sentinel. One on Tuesday, one yesterday, and one was published earlier today. I hope the information that I've shared with you provides you with more insight as to the nature of the study. More importantly, you need to hear directly from this horse's mouth that the outcome of the study has not been predetermined, nor does it mean that whatever the results recommend, that we do anything. We are truly just seeking the insight from experts to take a look at what we are and provide us with options with what else we could be. Any questions? Yes, sir.
Well, I think the main concern here is, even though it's impossible to know for exactly what the finished product is gonna be, is there gonna be growth involved? Are we gonna go in a positive direction?
Wow. I think, well, right now, I would say we are on a meteoric rise. And I don't want to see that meteor change its trajectory other than keep going up. If there were to be a change, it's going to be years before something can actually happen, just because of the time it takes for planning and then funding and getting all the necessary approvals. And if things don't physically change, business is going to continue to grow, and we are going to continue to attract more people to Milwaukee. The discussion about a convention center hotel, which I've been accused publicly of saying the study's been preordained that it'll be a convention center hotel. I make no bones about, for our business and the Baird Center to truly realize its potential, we need another convention center hotel. We are not in the hotel business. My desire is not to get into the hotel business. My desire is to do everything we can do as an organization to have the stars align so that we can have more assets that will bring more visitors to our city and use our facility and cause more work for everybody.
Good, Marty, that was the key word I was looking for, more work. I think the rest of us are looking at it too. We want more hours, more assignments.
Me too. I want you all working and yelling at Nyla to hire more people. That's our goal. Anything else? Come on, I'm not going to say last time, but I'm here. You got me. Hot mic. No? Okay. Thank you all.
All right, thanks, Marty. Good information. We'll look forward to that study when it comes out. So, up next, David Schneider. We're bringing up David. David is our VP of Corporate Partnerships, and David is going to go through some new and exciting updates with his department. Come on up, David.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Nyla. Good to see you all. For those of you who don't know me, Dave Schneider, VP Corporate Partnerships, says there right there on the slide. To my left and right, and probably maybe in this room, Mike Pillar and Janine Welton, they make up the Corporate Partnerships and Advertising team. So again, for those of you who don't know who we are or what we do, we manage our naming rights partners for all 3 of the venues. We manage our advertisers and sponsors across the Baird Center, Miller High Life Theater, and Panther Arena. We help Levy work on concession vendor relationships, operational partners, sustainability, sponsors, and we've been pretty busy this year growing our portfolio across campus, so we're super excited to kind of share what some of those look like. If you take a look at the slide here, all the sponsor logos outlined in yellow are really the brands and the partners in the community that we've added since January of 2025. So a number of these, you've probably seen their advertisements or logos up on the big digital boards inside and outside of the Baird Center. And those truly are sometimes just brand awareness advertisers. But many of the names that you see up on that slide there are also operational vendors. I'm sure you've seen some of them in a concessions capacity, working alongside Levy on the waste receptacles, and also operationally to help our sustainability efforts as well. So, our goal is really to continue building a robust set of sponsors that really enhance our events and our clients who are coming into the building as well. So to keep things short and sweet, definitely go to our website, WCD.org, where you can find out more information, click on the logos, and if you have questions about what those relationships look like and how they impact our operations, stop by and say hello, and we're happy to talk about it. Additionally, we've added a preferred business partner program. We launched this a couple of months ago. You've probably started to see some teasers on our internal network and on our Team WCD website. I encourage you to definitely go back to this page on the website often, because we continue to add more partners who have been kind enough to offer up different program, incentives, discounts, tickets, floral, restaurants, etc. So definitely check that out. Keep your badge on you. If you show up to some of their venues, they're going to give you some discounts and incentives, and there's a few more that we'll hopefully be announcing here in the next week or two. So I'm short and sweet. I know we have extra special guests here. I know I'm special, but we have even more important people with things to say today, so I'm going to get off the stage. Marty's giving me the look, so thanks, guys.
All right. Thanks, David. So that's great information. And yes, please go out to the website where you'll see a list of those perks and what those partners are giving to our employees. So all good. So, all right. I think it is my time. It is HR updates. Yes. So, let's get started. We've got a lot of things to go over with you all today as far as HR is concerned, but I want to first say, I know a lot of you know Jamie, her due date is approaching. Her last day physically in the office was last Friday, but she is currently working at home until she has her baby. And Jamie is watching us right now. She has really been missing coming into the office. So yes, let's say hi, Jamie. Hi, Jamie. We miss you too. We are excited for Baby Bauer, and we can't wait to meet her. But I also want to acknowledge that a lot of the updates, the majority of the updates that I'm doing today, Jamie has put together. It is her role as HR manager of engagement, and she does an amazing job with that. And all of the things that we have coming up, she made sure that she had everything set before she left. So all great. I also want to just shout out to my team really quickly, because tomorrow is HR Professionals Day. They give us a day, yes. But I have to say thank you to my team. Thank you to Derica, Alex, and Jamie. They make me look good. They're great. We, of course, love what we do. And so it is, I would be remiss not to acknowledge them in that day tomorrow. So thank you to my amazing team. So we are going to start with United Way. We kicked that off Monday. Yes, our United Way campaign. So we're always excited to bring this campaign to our employees. I think it's the third year now since I've started at the district. And it is just a great program. The donations support the United Way of Greater Milwaukee and Waukesha County. And they really work hard to tackle a lot of issues, some of those big issues like teen mental health and homelessness. So you can donate online. We had that information out there for you. But if you need a paper form, if you just want to do that, we can get you those forms as well. But your donations really, truly make a difference. This year also, this week, tomorrow ends our campaign week, but we are doing a volunteer program with United Way. So we have set up to volunteer with them to put together flashcard packets for elementary school students here in the community. So we're going to do that tomorrow. It's actually in this room in 204 from 1 to 3. If you'd like to sign up or come out or just come on and help us put these packets together, just see myself or Derek or Alex after the town hall today. Love to have you help us volunteer to put those packets together. This is actually a United Ways program, so picked up the flashcards from them and we'll deliver those back, but we thought that would be another good way to kind of end our campaign week, so we'll be doing that. Also, after town hall, we have a spin the wheel to win. So you can pay $2 a spin. We have some great prizes on there. All of the donations go to United Way. You can use cash or card. We have both to be able to accept both. And again, all of those donations go directly to United Way. So we really, really thank you always for your participation and in this United Way campaign. Okay, BPX. So about a couple weeks ago, I believe, information came out about WCD's training program. What I'm going to do is have Derica Owens come up. She's our HR recruiting and training manager, and Derica worked really hard to put this program together. So Derica, come on up and let's talk about BPX University.
Thanks, Nyla. I wanted to start with just saying that the last time I had a speaking engagement was last year, and I ended up in the hospital. So that's why I was nervous about it. I don't want to end up in the hospital again. So in 2023, we launched our first Learn Week, which was a dedicated time to highlight our commitment to talent development and remind every WCD employee that it's important to learn and grow both personally and professionally. So through engagement surveys and your feedback, it became very clear that our organization needed a more structured, sustainable training program. One that equips employees with the knowledge, skills, and competencies to excel in your roles while working at the WCD and beyond your career. With the support of Marty and the senior leaders, I was tasked at curating and executing a plan that fosters a learning culture and environment. And so with the collaboration of our Marcom team, BPX University was born, and I'm super excited about that. It's an all-inclusive learning experience designed for everyone from frontline staff to senior executives. BPX University will help you unlock new skills, grow in confidence, and gain the tools you need for lifelong success. And there's 3 key words in this BPX University. It's learn, grow, and repeat. So we learn by gaining hard and soft skills that not only advance your career, but enrich your life. You grow by expanding personally and professionally. When our employees grow, the WCD grows together. So we become stronger and more successful. And then repeat, we make learning a habit. Continuous development leads to fulfillment, resilience, and new opportunities. So BPX University will offer courses year-round, so fall, winter, spring, and summer. We will launch our fall semester next week, Monday, September 29th. So all WCD employees are encouraged to participate. However, seating is limited, so don't wait to sign up. RSVP today. And so a registration table is set up outside this room if you would like to sign up. And if you have any further questions, please connect with me or anyone on our HR team for further assistance. But this is a very exciting initiative for our organization to move forward. Thank you.
Thanks, Derica. Good job. We're going to give you many more speaking engagements and assignments, so you'll be fine. Okay, good. All right. No, but we're really excited about BPX University. It is going to be amazing training. We're really excited to kick it off. There have been questions. Yes, you're going to get certificates. You might get a few other things for participating, but it is something that we're really, really excited about. So great job, Derica, with that. Just a few more HR updates. Got to tell you a few things. Vaccine clinic. That's next Friday, October 3rd from 1 to 4. It's going to be in the Baird Center S201. So please, you do have to sign up for a particular time slot. So it's very important to do that. And also, it's Walgreens who's coming in and doing our vaccines. They've done this the last few years, so they know how many vaccines to bring on site. This is for yourself and anybody immediate family member in your household. So please come out if you need to get that vaccine on next Friday. We've got our clinic open, so all excited about that. Open enrollment really for those benefit eligible employees, that is upcoming. It's going to start October 20th through the 31st. We'll have a lot more information for you. But it's important. This is a time where you can add, change, cancel, any of those things for your benefits. So those dates are there, and more information will be coming out as well. Top workplace survey. So we have achieved that 2 years, not consecutive because we switched up, but 23 and 25. We're really excited, but we are also very excited to do that again. So we are going to have that survey that is coming out. It'll be early November. We've done that before around that same time. It really is you. You make us achieve, and we achieve this because of all of you. So we're going to try it again. So top workplace survey is coming out, so look for that as well. This isn't on here because that's my fault, but community impact survey. We're going to survey. We're surveying quite a bit, but it's important. These surveys are really important to us. So, the WCD is really committed to being an active organization within our community, but we also want to discover from our employees, what organizations you may support, or what do you feel we may need to be more committed to within the community. So this is a brief survey just to ask those questions, and that'll be coming out hopefully in the next week or so. We're just finalizing I think it's 8 or 9 questions, and we'll be sending those out. It's really important for us to know that as we continue to move and engage in the community. So that is another survey that's coming out. One that we all like, the holiday party. We have such a good time. I know last year it snowed or rained or it did something, but we had a good time. I think I remember dancing all night. So it was a really fun party. It's going to be Thursday, December 18th from 6 to 9. It is off-site this year, so it's not here. No one has to work. I picked a day. Listen, I look at the calendar. It doesn't look like anything is on there at this point. No events. That was the only day. I could be wrong, sales, but I'm looking at it the best I can, but I believe there's nothing that day. So if you can come out, please do. It's going to be a real fun casual party. We're going to bring back the ugly sweater contest, and we'll have a DJ fun. I'll announce the location in a few weeks as well, and I think you all love that. It's going to be a really good time. So that's December 18th, so save the date and going through that. So before I get to the walk-in challenge, and we'll talk through that, I do want to ask, tell me, all the updates I just gave and we just heard, where can you find that? Somebody tell me, where can you find all this information? Who yelled it out? TeamWCD.com. Samantha, who ran? Derica, give Samantha. Thank you. Sorry. Thanks, Samantha. Listen, there's a gift card for you, Samantha, to, I think it's Bars and Rec, but Team WCD, and I am mentioning that. We're supporting that. I'm going to scream it and shout it because Team WCD is where we are going to get all of our information. All of the emails that we normally send out, and if you're like me in my personal email, I have hundreds, and sometimes it gets to thousands, and I miss stuff. And, we want to send you these things, but no one really checks your email too often. That's why we created Team WCD in the employee website, because those emails are going to be going away and you just log in for that. I forgot to bring my phone up, but I'm logged in on my phone. Once you log in, it just pops back up. You don't have to put your username or password in there. I use it quite a bit daily in the morning. I'm looking to see what does the Wells Cafe have for lunch, or am I going to bring my lunch, or if it's Taco Tuesday, not bringing my lunch. I'm going there. So any tablet, any laptop, anything you log into, once you're logged in, it's going to pop right up. So that is why we are encouraging you, get out there. If you're having problems, haven't got into it, just please let us know, because again, that is where you're going to find all that information. That's where you're going to find how to RSVP for the holiday party, and probably the location of the holiday party. So I just wanted to say that, pushing it, and you're going to hear it from me all the time. All right, last thing I have, walking challenge winner. So many of you know we started these walking challenges earlier in the year. It has been fun. It has been competitive. We have seen teams. We have seen single winners and things like that. I don't think Jacob did it this time. So, I'm trying to catch up to him, but it's probably an impossible feat, but I'm going to try. But they're just fun. And what they do, they keep us moving. They keep us engaged. Our health is important. We work hard. We work long hours in this industry. And so we want to keep and make sure you're staying healthy. And so we're trying to do some fun things to be able to do that. And the walking challenges is one of them. You just sign up. We walk everywhere. I walked yesterday, I counted, I think 10 times back and forth between the North and South building. And I was like, okay, I got all my steps in today, but we do. So it's just fun. So for the September walking challenge, our winner is, what do we call it? Emily Van Langen. Where's Emily? Yay! Okay, come on up, Emily. I forgot her. Oh, you're wonderful. Thank you. Because I did not see that. So because we were doing this at Town Hall, Emily has got a nice trophy for September challenge and a gift certificate. Thank you, Emily. Congratulations. Yay. Okay. Right. If you want to win, I got a lot more of those trophies. What'd you say? Oh, how many steps did she walk, Alex? Listen, she won. So as Alex is getting that, next challenge, walking challenge for October, it is going to be a Halloween themed walking challenge. So we really encourage you to participate. We are going to announce the winners on Halloween. And Alex? Okay. Yay. And how did we get Alex? Okay, Emily? Woo, 127,000. Oh my God. It was that in like 2 weeks? That was a week? Oh no. Okay. I'm out. Good job, Emily. Good job. All right. All right, everyone. That is great. So yeah, I'm about to sit down. Okay, HR is all done. So listen, we appreciate you all. Thank you all so much. If you have any questions about any updates, just let me know. But we really thank you. So I'm going to have Marty to come back up so he can introduce our speaker for today. Thank you.
I listened to Nyla and Derica and caused me to reflect a little bit. I'm here, I'll be 8 years in January, and just to see how, as an organization and personally and professionally, we've all changed and grown is just amazing. And what we're doing today was unimaginable 8 years ago. So just a great job by HR and a great job by everybody for embracing the change that we've embarked on. And that's really what the theme is for me today, and why Denise is here. And many of you have met Denise before. She's been a real confidant and advisor to me over the years. And this past summer, we had some changes in our management, in our leadership at the highest level of the organization. People that I was involved in either hiring directly or promoting, worked very closely with. And when they left, and the they that I'm referencing are Damon, Sarah Mayo, Steve Marsh, they left for reasons that are up to, for them, but I felt a real loss. And I was, as much as I like to initiate change, and I would consider myself hopefully a good change maker or a change agent, it threw me because those three individuals I worked very closely with and I felt were major contributors to the success and growth of our organization. And I was lost. And I reached out to Denise, who's been a real confidant and, as I said, an advisor to me a couple of times in the past 8 years. And she's just a good soul who has great insight, very compassionate. And after speaking with me, I think we were on the phone for an hour and a half, and you were very patient and said little and listened well. I went to Nyla and said, this was important for me. I ended the conversation feeling maybe it was like a therapy session for me, but it was great to hear someone respond to what I was feeling and telling me it's okay to be uncomfortable. It's okay to be taken aback because sometimes change is a challenge. And that's the lesson I came away with and said to Nyla, I don't know if others are feeling the tumult that I was feeling, and whether it's because of the same reason or not in our personal and professional lives. I gained something really valuable, and I hope that you all can gain something from hearing from Denise, because she's
Change can stir up a wide variety of emotions. Just shout out some of the words to describe emotions when navigating through change. Fear. Confusion. Uncertainty. Anxious. Now, what I'd like for us to do is at your tables, I'd like each of you to think of one word that describes how you feel about the recent changes that are happening that you're experiencing, okay? I want you to think of one word. Be honest, there are no right or wrong answers. And just share with your team. I'm going to give you a few minutes to share with your team. Each of you will share. Oh, look, some of you are already resisting. Don't resist. There's no right or wrong answers. And just share. Go around the table, be honest, and share the word that you are experiencing. And I'd like if somebody at the table could either write some of the words down. You could use your phone to take notes, but at least somebody at the table. Because then we're going to collectively share those words. So I'll give you a few minutes. One word. There's no right or wrong answers. It's a safe place. One word to describe how you are feeling about the change that you've been experiencing here at the Wisconsin Center District. Just share it with yourself, yes. And then I'm going to ask one of you to just shout out some of the words. Okay. Hi. note takers going to share their table's words? No right or wrong answers. All right, about one more minute. Please make sure everyone has a chance to share their word. One more minute. All right. Now, we're not going to have time. Let me not say that, because I like to say and focus on things that we can do versus, because like nowadays you ask me over this, but we can't do this, we can't do that. So let me be a good speaker to each of you. I'm going to randomly select some tables and just shout out some of the words that your colleagues and you shared to describe the emotions that we are experiencing as we're navigating through this change. So we'll start this beautiful, handsome table here. Uncertainty and anxiousness. Thank you. This table.
Optimistic, growth, positivity, refreshing, and the refreshing comment is from a new person who literally started today. So,
Wait a minute. Say the words again. Refreshing, optimistic, determined, growth, positivity, and opportunity. Can everyone at this table just stand up really quick? Thank you so much. All right, y'all. When you're having a bad day, come find somebody at this table. All the words for what? No. Stand. I need them to know who y'all. Stand up. Anytime you are having a bad day, bad week, month, or year, these are the team members you need to come and have a chat with, okay? Because when we are looking at the glass half empty, they are looking at the glass. When we taste lemons, they taste what? There you go. Thank you so much. There's always a positive group. I love it. All right, let me go to this side of the room. Let me hear the words that were used to describe the emotions. Yes. Oh, yes.
so we had hopeful and hopeless, and then discouraged and angry.
Hopeful, hopeless, discouraged, and angry. So the person that said hopeful, you might want to go to that table. Okay. And thank you again so much for your transparency. We'll do 2 more tables. This table back here.
We had
Bewildered.
bewildered.
Did y'all hear it? Did y'all hear the in the front? Okay. So actually, I'm glad whoever said the word, I'm not going to ask who said it. Let's do that right now, because sometimes a sigh is not a bad thing. On the count of 3, we're going to just let it out, y'all. Big old sigh. 1, 2, 3. I used to do that when my kids were younger. It's either violence or sigh. I chose sigh. Now, and seriously, thank each of you. Even if we didn't get a chance to hear from you, it was good to just let it out with your colleagues. So thank you for being so open and transparent. Now, here's where we are. Are y'all ready? Because I want y'all to understand what you're feeling is normal. And all the clients that reach out to me, and I don't like to triumph off of tragedy, but I've had a very good year thanks to all these changes. I really have. I'm like, keep them coming. Keep me in business. No, in all seriousness. Here's the 3 phases that are associated with change. And so I'm not here to tell the Wisconsin Center District which phase that you're in. I'm going to share them with you. And I want you to get complete, because here's the thing about when you work with different people. Are y'all ready?
Yes.
You cannot expect you from others. There are going to be some people in this room that are hopeful, optimistic. Then there are going to be some people that, what was the word, bamboozle? I love that word. I'm going to use that with TSA. You're bamboozling me! So we as a team, as an organization, are y'all with me? You have to know that, okay, she may be positive Patty. He may be negative Nathan, movement, but we are here together for one reason, and that is the mission of the Wisconsin Center District. So although it's okay for me, I can't punish or make someone feel less than because they're not quite with me yet. Are y'all with me? It's different. Think about it like a race. What's your name? Alex? All right, come on, Alex. Now, Alex and I, we are both valued team members here at the Wisconsin Center District. Now, Alex, just walk about 10 yards ahead of me. Just about 10 or 15 yards. All right. You're modeling, but I like it. Go ahead. You see that stretch, y'all? He's like, yeah. All right. I just said walk, but that's okay. Do you. Anyway. Now, we are on the pathway of change. Okay? Now, did you see where Alex is? Do you see where I'm standing? So see, sometimes on the pathway of change, people are going to have a more positive outlook, which is going to put them a little bit farther ahead. So Alex has an advantage, but I'm not quite there yet. So what typically happens when people see that change is necessary, they're okay with it, they're ahead of me. So what typically happens? How is Alex going to treat me when I'm like, I'm not there yet. I'm not with you, Alex. What usually happens? He should what? But what typically happens?
You get left behind.
They don't need me, Marty. They get this. And when I get left behind, and everybody in this room at some point in your professional trajectory has felt what? So when you feel left behind and you still have to sustain operations, you still have to get work done, what then happens to your attitude and your emotions and your performance? Exactly. Do that one more time for me, sister. So what I want all of us to understand is this. There are going to be people as part of this change management journey and process, and I want to use the word that you use, Marty. Alex would be what I call a change agent. I need him to demonstrate empathy and equity and just meet me where I am. Or at least just wait a little bit longer or don't walk as fast. I'm okay with Alex's confidence. But just understand that whatever experiences you've had that have made you so excited about change, I may not have had those same experiences. And the last time I tried to embrace change, it didn't work out for me. See, that's the thing. We have to understand that everybody everybody in this room, because I promise you it's going to come. And some of you know this because your personal life, you've experienced this. The third phase in terms of change is the breakthrough. In order to have a breakthrough, there must be a breakdown. And right now, whether you are more so still in the shock of change or still navigating in the messy middle, please know this. This is a 100% money back guarantee. No, I'm not giving the money back. But anyway, there will be a breakthrough. Let me tell you organizations that see a breakthrough quicker than others. Organizations that have, and I'm not making this up, I'm so serious, this is data, you can fact check me. Organizations that have transparent leaders that say, you know what, I'm with you on this. I don't have all the answers, I'm just as shocked as you are, but I'm here for you and we're going to make this work. The second demonstration is town hall meetings. Now, what I'm going to encourage while Marty and his direct team are here, I'm going to encourage each of you to hold Marty and his direct report team to having more weekly town halls or more town halls or more updates. Because it's not about having the right answer all the time. It's just about making sure that we're all on the same page of what is happening. Are y'all with me? Because what's the biggest complaint when something breaks down? We always say as human beings, I wish I would have known. Communication. I didn't know. I don't need to wait till I get to the exit interview. I need to be able to, somebody said, please stay. Please stay. Where are you? Please stay. Because here's the thing. A lot of organizations that don't have town halls and that don't have transparent leaders like Marty and Nyla and David, etc., those are the companies that wait till the exit interview to find out what happened. By then, I'm out. I'm emotionally and mentally checked out.
That the company's about to go under too, because
Exactly.
I've experienced that.
Well, no more. That's why I'm here. Now, just to recap, the shock of change, the messy middle, and the breakthrough. I don't need you to say it out loud. I don't want to invade your privacy, but I want you to get complete with, out of these three phases, where are you right now? You don't have to say it out loud. Are you still in the shock phase? Are you in the messy middle? Or are you starting to see the breakthrough? If you are in still the shock, have that conversation with someone here. Because I don't want you to internalize and consume that shock to where it's impacting your ability to be the good person that you are. Are y'all with me? I want you to make sure that you have that access. Because you should not have to come to work wondering what's happened, wondering what's happening, and you're still in shock. So I want each of you to understand that what you just did by sharing the words, that was designed to make you feel valued, heard. You belong here. You are of value here. I cannot tell you in 30 seconds or less the words that Marty uses to describe this organization. They are all positive. They are all warm. He genuinely, whether he's the best at it or not, you got to give people grace. He genuinely cares about each and every one of you. And I work with all types of leaders. And I can tell you, Marty is a real one. And he'll tell you, I ask real questions. And I say real things. But if there's anything else that I can say about the culture here at WCD, and we're going to get into that, your leader cares about you. And that, for me, is 3/4 of the battle. I can't work anywhere where I'm not valued. I can't work anywhere where I'm not trusted. I can't work anywhere that makes me feel like I don't belong here. And so just so you know, you matter, you belong here, and you're valued. And you're a what person? You're a what person? All right, so let's get into some exercises. I'm not going to be up here lecturing you because adults, we don't need lecturers, okay? We're adults. Give us the tools and the techniques, Denise, that we can use when we go back to our respective operations. Is that fair? I see some of y'all looking at me, so let me just go ahead and address the elephant in the room. Yes, I'm DT from 101.7 The Truth. I see some of y'all looking at me like she looks familiar. Yes, that's me. Was anybody thinking that? Because I felt like y'all hearing my voice, 101.7? Okay, good. I don't want you to know that anyway. DT.
No, you not.
Yes, I am. Because I felt some of y'all looking at me like, why does she look familiar? Sorry, Marty, let me digress. DT 101.7 The Truth. That's me. Right. How you doing? Hey. All right. Now, moving on. Here we go. Marty's up here cracking up. Now, when change shows up, our first instinct is what? Instinct. When change shows up, we're either doing one of two things. We're either resisting it or we're questioning it. Resisting it or questioning it. But here's the good news, y'all. Change is where the soil, that's where the growth begins. Change is your soil. And it's a matter of how you're going to plant the seed in this soil of change. Think about times in WCD's history when change led to new opportunities for some of those who've been here for a while. Think about when change actually resulted in something positive. Think about a time where it first started off messy, but then it got better. During the COVID-19 pandemic, I'm not a vain person, but when we started having all those Zooms, I was like, is that what I look like? I need to work on me. I've been working on everybody else and let myself go. So there was some actual positive things that came out for me from the pandemic. So I want you to think about, based on your time here at WCD, based on a change that happened, what are some new opportunities, whether it was new events, as David reported, new partnerships. Those partnerships look good to me. That's a positive change. So let's lean into that as well. There's a lot of great things that are happening. So now we're going to practice seeing change as a possibility versus a loss. Can we do that? Now, the first thing we have to do when we are starting to navigate and accept change is that we first have to acknowledge our emotional impacts, which is what we did. We're already getting stuff done, y'all. Secondly, open communication and sharing. That is a must. Here's the things that some of us do. We have been, and this is fair, this is generational, so I'm not going to say the generation, but when I describe it, you'll know which generations this most resonates with. When you go to work, you do your job. You don't talk about your personal life, you don't talk about politics, you just keep your head down, you get the job done, and you go home. That's what a lot of us were conditioned to believe growing up. Your paycheck is your reward. What you mean you got a trophy for walking in the month of September? These are things that my father would say to me. Okay? Are y'all with me? So a lot of what we are not talking about is that the changes that have happened, not necessarily the good ones, but a lot of us are like, if that would have happened to me, or if I would, the resentment. There's resentment that a lot of us are feeling. And we can't talk about it at work because we were told that you keep church separate from state. You keep personal separate from professional. How's that been working for you? I love you. You keep doing that. Yes, you're my thumbs down person. We're going to get you to do a thumbs up before I leave. How about that? And so a lot of the emotions that you are feeling but yet you don't want to share has everything to do with resentment. I didn't get to do that. Or I bet you if it had been me, it would have been a totally different outcome. Those are valid. But guess what? You cannot allow them to consume you to the point where when you come to work and somebody says, "Good morning," is it? Look, some of y'all laughing because you saw somebody do that today. It's going to be a great day. Whatever. Look at y'all laughing, You gotta get rid of that. That's why the outlet. When you were able to share with your colleagues a word that describes your emotions, that was an exercise I want y'all to start getting more comfortable with. Because internalizing it is only going to make it worse. So that's the first thing. Seeing change as a possibility and not a loss has everything to do with mindset. I'll give you another quick example. How many of us actually physically drive to work? We've got more than a 20-minute commute to work. Raise your hand. All right. Get up in the morning. I literally tell myself, I'm running late. I'm going to be late. I'm running late. I'm going to be late. What color is every street light? Why do you think that is? You manifested that. Whereas if I wake up in the morning, and this is exactly what I do, and let me tell you, because I'm going to give you Old Testament DT, and then I'm going to give you New Testament Denise. See, Old Testament DT would be like, oh yes, it's going to be a bad day, I'm running late, everything is just going to be a mess. And how did my day go? I'm going to get you here in a minute. Now, when I wake up in the morning, because here's the thing, change is inevitable. It's going to happen either way. Now I wake up in the morning and I say, you know what? Something amazing is going to happen to me today. And every day, something amazing happens to me. So when I reflect tonight, guess what? I have the distinguished opportunity to partner with the Wisconsin Center District amazing team, amazing staff. And they were receptive to me, and they made me feel like I was important, like I was valuable. Man, that was amazing. Thank you for that day. And despite TSA, it's still going to be an amazing day. Are y'all with me? Because some of y'all right now, you are telling yourself that these changes are just going to make your life harder. But I promise if you start to lean into the possibilities and remind yourself when you did experience a change, regardless of the circumstances, there were some good things that actually came out of that. Now, I don't need you to share this out loud, but seriously, there was something, whether you learned more about yourself, whether you got to spend time more with your family, there was something positive that came out of that pandemic. Something. Some of you may have to dig a little bit deeper, but think about that. Think about the possibilities that come from change. So, at your tables, I'm going to set the timer. Thank you. Thank you, Marty. I'm going to set the timer. What time is it now? Oh my gosh, we're having a great time. Y'all kicking me out at 4? Okay, we're going to set the timer for 4 minutes. And what I'd like for you to do is discuss this question. Are y'all ready? So whoever is going to be the note taker, here's the question. What opportunities do we see now given where WCD is today? Now, I didn't say what challenges we see, what headaches. I said based on where we are today. We just had a great report out from Nyla, Derica, David, Marty. And based on what you know, what are some possibilities based on where WCD is today that we could talk about? What opportunities or possibilities? So again, we set the timer. You've got, we'll reset it. 5 minutes. And I want to make sure, know this. Note takers, if you see anybody not engaged or not contributing, just meet them where they are and say, what do you think? Because not everybody is outspoken. Not everybody talks. And guess what? You cannot expect you from others. So if you're a talker and somebody's not a talker, that doesn't mean they're not engaged. Are y'all with me? So just give them a friendly encouragement and say, what are your thoughts? All right, 5 minutes. Yes, thank you. And I'm going to walk around. Again, what opportunities do we see now given where WCD is today? Sure. At your tables, discuss this question. What opportunities do we see now given where WCD is today? Possibilities, opportunities. Opportunities or possibilities? Be audacious. Based on where WCD is today. Opportunities or possibilities? Opportunities or possibilities? Opportunities or possibilities? And make sure everybody contributes. We want to make sure that we're hearing from everybody. Your voice is valuable. It deserves to be heard. Where are we at on time, Marty? You're my timekeeper. Oh, thank you. 2 minutes? No, 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Okay, thank you. We got about 2.5 minutes left. So be ready to share. Possibilities, opportunities. We're in discovery mode right now. I love the fact that y'all are all in. I love this. Y'all doing okay? Y'all good? All right. Everybody had a chance to contribute. Look at you taking notes, making me feel important. Thank you. I love it. I love when people take notes. That means I'm saying something. How y'all doing? Am I the what? 101.7, the truth. Yeah. Well, because some people were looking at me and I'm like, let me just go ahead and kiss them. No, they don't pay me enough. No, I'm playing. No, I'm 101. Yes. Hi. Oh, thank you. Oh my goodness, thank you.
I wanted to say it the whole time. I'm like so loud.
Thank you so much. You're so sweet. I appreciate that. So are you. You know I like the hair. Let's go. Let's go, blonde crew. All right, we got about 1 more minute. Do we have 47? Okay, 47. Thank you. You are great at this. If being a CEO doesn't work out, timekeeping is your natural.
I follow direction very well.
I appreciate you. Thank you. And did everyone have a chance at this table to contribute? We want all voices heard. All right. So Marty, just let me know when it gets to the 0, 0, 0. Thank you. Oh, I love that. And you're engaging. Gotcha. Oh, look at you. Producer, CEO, timekeeper. He's a Renaissance man. Thank you. All right. Now here's the thing. When change occurs, we as humans, we what? We resist or we question. What you just did is as listed on the screen. You're going to take change in a different direction by reframing and establishing, you know what? Because here's the thing about change. It's coming. It's coming whether you like it or not. You know, that's Sara Lee bread. I'll give you another example. Bath and Body Works. Does anybody shop at Bath and Body Works? Does anybody use the eucalyptic spearmint soap? They changed, right? Y'all listen, I almost wrote a letter. Exactly. And then I thought about how can I travel all around the world and coach on change? And here I am in Bath and Body Works, and I was like, excuse me, I don't mean to be dramatic, but this label is different. And so, and they're like, yes, we changed the packaging, we changed the branding. Are y'all with me? So then I had to get out of the shock, get into the middle, and then finally look at the possibilities of this new change. And that's exactly what you just did. And I got to give you a round of applause before we hear from some of you. When you look at the possibilities of change as opportunities, I promise you, start today, you will see a shift, not only in people around you, but for your own personal psychological and emotional well-being. Okay? Because here's the reality. Because I would resist change so much and think of it as a delimiter, Old Testament DT was starting to get wrinkles. And them gray hairs were coming in at 80 miles per hour. Right. Now, because I received change and I bring it. I anticipate it. See that? Now I do color, but there's no wrinkles. We don't need oil of Olay. We just need to be receptive to change. So with that, we are going to reframe how we consider and adapt and receive change just by simply doing what we did just now. So I'm going to start with this table. What were some things that were said in response to, based on where WCD is today? What are some opportunities or possibilities that we see? Yes.
There's a lot of them. Maybe we can eventually get a new arena for the Admirals and maybe a new theater.
Oh, I love the way you think. You're a visionary.
Even though we're not in the hotel business and the lodging business, we're still going to have to get involved indirectly. Maybe build skywalks so people that are staying at these hotels can come over.
Innovative thinker. I love that. Yes. Positivity, possibilities. Anything else?
I said we kind of up him.
Yes.
We could have our own hotel called BPX Hotel.
We can have our own hotel. The audacity. I love it. I love it. Let's go. See what we're doing already? Let me see. Let me go to this table. What are some possibilities or opportunities that we can see based on where WCD is today?
Well, so opportunities to learn, increased revenue for new things.
Learn what? Training. Okay. Increased training, increased learning, increased development. I love that. Thank you. Let's give them a round of applause as well. All right, let me go to this side. We're going to hear from one more table. Let me go to this side. Alex, I know you're just like, I see a lot of possibilities, including in my walk. That's right. This is a winner right here. All right, what we come up with? Yes. Don't get shy on me now, Alex.
Being in the trades, there's more opportunities to fix things. There's more building to work on. There's more stuff that's going to break, and we'll fix it.
So you're like me. We triumph off of other people. See, that's what we do. We fix things. We need people to break things so we can come and fix it. I love that. That's a possibility. That's an opportunity. Thank you. I love that. Give yourselves a round of applause. Now, let me just say this to each of you. What you just did, whether you realize it or not, was incredible. And let me say why it was incredible. Because 90% of humans, when change is presented, we go straight to the negative. What each of you just did was reframe and identify new opportunities. And what's the operative word? Say it again. Because one thing, too, that we have to consider is those sideload conversations. You're going to have that one person, and they're actually in this room today, so I hope they're listening. I hope they're going to change. I hope they change how they feel when I get finished with this session. Nyla, David, Marty, and Derica just came up on the stage and presented new possibilities, new partnerships, and new opportunities. There's going to be 2 or 3 people in this room. You nobody care about that. Oh, like I really want to be a partner with them. Didn't they have that one leader that did that last in 1985? You're going to have the people that are going to try to deter you. That's why that word together is so important. So this is what I'm going to ask you to consider responding, saying to responding to those people who no matter what are going to find what? Something wrong. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I appreciate you sharing your perspective. How about we consider collectively sharing how we're feeling? And in addition to hearing what's wrong, let's also focus on the possibilities and the opportunities. And so that's what each of you just did. And if you also know that we did it what? Together. And that's why these types of platforms, town halls, and keep in mind, town halls do not have to be fancy. I mean, I'm not mad if Marty said we're having our town hall in Vegas. Trust and believe, I'm moving some stuff around. But we don't always have to have a big pomp and circumstance. You can literally talk to your leader, talk to your team members and say, hey, let's just do a weekly check-in and just gauge how we're feeling about this most recent change. Because you will be amazed that when you identify new opportunities together, it's going to cultivate a positive mindset. Another real example, then we get into another exercise. This just happened today. Are y'all ready? Now, thank you to the Wisconsin Center District for making sure that I had nice lodging accommodations so I could be great for y'all. So today, Derica texts me and she's like, what time can you be here? And I'm like, what time do you want me to be here? She was like, 1:15. Now, what Derica didn't know is that I had received a phone call from my son who lives here. And he was like, Mom, don't get mad. Positive. Now, old DT would have hung up right then and there because I got to be great for y'all, so I don't need any distractions. But the new DT was like, you know what? Whatever he's about to tell me, we're going to work through this what? Because whatever he's about to tell me, it is what it is. So I've got 2 decisions. Either I'm going to quickly remove myself from the phase of shock, process the messy middle, and then get to the breakthrough. My son, great young man, 27 years old, lives here, has a full-time job, his own place. I've never had to pick him up from jail. He's never been in the system. He's a good kid. He will always be my baby. So he was like, Mom, what had happened was, he's 27, y'all stay with me. He's got a girlfriend, stay with me. So since I'm in town, I said, have dinner with your mom. Last night, he has dinner, but he's already thinking about what? Getting to his girlfriends. Now, we all know here in Milwaukee, especially downtown Milwaukee, what is scarce? It is called parking. So my son, anxious to get to his what? Girlfriend, decides he's just going to park wherever he wants to park. Derica just texts me. We got to do a sound check. Now, what do I look like saying to Derica, I got to go pick up my son's car from the tow? That wouldn't have been a good look. She doesn't know what's going on. So I'm like, Darren, because I bought him the car that got towed. So guess who has to go get it? Y'all with me? Now, I'm sharing this story with you because this just happened. Derica, she was there. This just happened 2 hours ago. If I had not shared that story with you, would you have assumed that something bad happened before Denise walked into this room? Exactly. Now, again, Old Testament DT, I would have been like Derica, I would have been flustered, and that would have not been fair to who? To bring in that negative energy. See, now the light bulbs are going off. So I had to make a decision. Either I'm going to push through and focus on the possibilities,
Or I'm going to get consumed with this is terrible. Oh my gosh, it's going to be all day. The people are mean. And then I would have translated that negative energy into this room. But let me tell you what was also critical in terms of me being able to be great for y'all today. I had a teammate. She didn't even know she was my teammate. Derica's attitude and her reception of me saying, listen, I'm navigating through something right now, sis. Can you please help me? Because when I get there, I need to make sure that I know where to park, I know where to go. She immediately stopped what she was doing. She sent me the parking instructions and sent me a parking pass. And waited for me so that as soon as I got out of the P1 level, she was right there. She has no idea what's going on, but she does know there's a sense of urgency. Do you see what I'm saying? This just happened 2 hours ago. Change is going to happen. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. But when you focus on the possibilities, because I kept saying to Derica, no matter what, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there, and I'm going to bring the best. I'm going to embrace resilience, and I'm going to focus on the opportunities and the possibilities. When you reframe your mindset and have a conversation with your team members in terms of, okay, this change happened, where do we go from here? Please, always focus on the possibilities and the opportunities versus, I promise you, because the only reason why I'm here with a smile, even though my son's car got towed and I had to go down there literally 15 minutes before I was supposed to be here, it worked out, not because I'm superwoman, not because I'm perfect, but because I reframed my mindset and I said, everything is going to be all right, because this morning when I woke up, what did I say? Something. It's the reframing. It's the mindset. And some of you think that sounds like fluff. It works. It works. And this is exactly what happens when you share your personal experiences versus whether personal or professional. When you share your experiences and you're open and you're transparent, like I've been through this before. I remember a time where I worked at Company B before my life here at WCD, and we had a big change. That is what helps people understand, number one, I'm not alone. And number two, if David can get through that, if Denise can literally 40 minutes before she's supposed to be on stage, go to the, whatever it's called, I don't know, and get her son and get, then we can get through this. So what we're going to do now is collectively at our tables. Are y'all with me? We still have a note taker and a spokesperson? Okay, so right now, we are going to build some collective resilience, because that's exactly what Derek and I did so that I could be great for y'all. So we're going to do that together. So understand this, resilience, it is not an individual skill. You cannot be resilient on your own. And I don't want you to feel like you have to do this on your own. I don't want you to feel like you have to keep things inside, because that doesn't work. It's a shared resource. We build it together. We build resilience together by learning from each other. So at your tables, I want each of you to share with one another a time where you recently, or even if it was 5 years ago, faced a challenge. It could be here at WCD, or it could be outside of work. Now, I'm not going to tell you what to say, but just be mindful of what you're sharing. But you can share anything that you want, whether it's here or outside of work, and especially those situations where you bounce back. Okay, so again, share a time when you faced a challenge, here or outside of WCD, and bounce back, and most importantly, what helped you get through it, okay? Y'all got it? Time where you recently or not faced a challenge, bounce back, and what helped you get through it. Because I just shared with you that one of the main reasons why I was able to get through that challenge was because of who? Was because of who? Derica. All right? 5 minutes. Talk amongst yourself. I'll be walking around. Actually, let me make it, because this is an intimate topic, let's make it 7 minutes. Yeah, 7 minutes start. Yes, thank you. Share a time when you faced a challenge, whether it's here at work, you bounce back, what helped you get through it? Okay, I'm gonna ask you to do me a favor. If you say no, I won't be mad. So I'm gonna pick on a few tables to shout some things out. Because usually I might have a easel or whatever, or what do you call it, a white thing. Can you just, anytime that you like hear a theme, so like if you hear, I'm trying to think of some good examples. Trying to think of some examples that people might say, like a teamwork challenge. Any type of themes. Yeah, yeah. Because I also, when I send the recap, I want to be able to identify those themes. Trust. Some people may just happen. See, I've never been. But you know what? I didn't say this. You know what? It's like this lady.
left, so let's make sure that everyone has a chance to share.
Look,
Because when you are wanted,
seconds.
Well, you, Brian.
Thank you. All right. Thank you. How are we feeling? We're feeling good? All right, let me hear from some tables that I have not yet invited. Let me go to this table right here. All right, so the question was, share a time when you faced a challenge, a change that you initially, you didn't like, so it created a challenge. Here at WCD or outside of work, how you bounced back and what helped you through it. So we're going to start with this beautiful and handsome table right here. Who can share?
Yeah, I recently went through some car troubles, and I live alone by myself. I don't have any family.
Can y'all hear her in the back? Okay, can you stand up? Thank you. Do we have a mic?
No. She has a trophy.
Right?
No, experienced some car trouble recently, and I don't have any family close by, but my brother lives about a half hour north of here, and just reached out to him, and he dropped what he was doing and came and helped me out.
Good people. Thank you for sharing that. Somebody said that's how she got all those steps. She had to walk. But yes, that is a great example. Hey, whatever it takes to win, you got the trophy, sis. Thank you for sharing. All right, let's hear from this table. All right, let's hear your story. Change, how you bounced back, and what helped you get through it.
So this was some years ago, I got off from work here, and I parked in the parking structure over at the Hilton, and I think I was on like the 4th level or something, and my truck wouldn't start. So I called for the tow to come.
Trigger.
This whole thing spent,
Too soon. Okay.
this whole thing
sorry.
took a whole 8-hour thing. It took up the whole day between trying to get my truck out of the Hilton parking structure because they sent a flatbed, and you can't get a flatbed into a parking structure. And the clearance is not that big for a tow truck to actually get in there. So they found a little small one, and they sent it after 8 hours later. Then it took him 5 minutes to hook it up, and I was gone.
Thank you for sharing that. Now, what's the common theme, what's the common themes that we are hearing? Because oftentimes, when we as individuals don't like the change that's happening, and it's challenging for us, for whatever reasons, we think that we have to face it alone. But when you reach out to someone, even if you don't necessarily work with them every day or closely at WCD, the collectiveness, because she basically said that the tow truck that was needed to get her car, the clearance, it was too short. But there was somebody that said, you know what? I'm not going to leave you hanging. I'm going to find a truck that actually fits in this parking structure. You see what I'm saying? And the fact that she said it took 8 hours, that's the thing with change. It may not happen as rapidly as we want, but there is a breakthrough. Now, I want you to write these 3 letters down or put them in your phone, whatever you can to capture this. This is very important. This changed my life. David is already ahead. He's got it. There's a method that I use that has been a game changer for me, because at the end of the day, how many lives do we have? We have 1. We don't have 9. We're not a cat, honey. I appreciate you saying that, but we have 1. If you have 1 life to live, that means you have to treat it just like that. There is no coming back. That is it. Every day matters. So for me, this method I'm about to give you, it so works. It's called the CIA method. CIA method. Whenever someone throws a curveball, and I'll go ahead and use my son's example. I had to accept the fact that my son, just like we all as humans do, made a bad decision, and it resulted in a bad consequence, which was his car got towed. I had to accept that. That is what we call the A. Accept. The changes that are happening at WCD, whether they're good, not so good, or great, we have to what? Accept. But let me get to the good part, the C and the I. Within these changes that we have to accept, there are also, this is where we get into the C and the I, things that we can actually control. We can control how we receive change. We can control our mindset. We can control how we reframe looking at the possibilities versus focusing on the negative. That's the C. The I is the influence. Influence is an essential part of high performance, because let me give you an example. If Beyonce or Taylor Swift dyed their hair purple today and posted on their Instagram, what would we see tomorrow across the city of Milwaukee? Purple hair. I would dye my hair purple. Whatever Beyonce does, I'm like, oh, is we doing purple this year? Okay, that's called influence. And whether you realize it or not, each of you have the ability to influence during change. Let me be more specific. If you're sitting with your colleagues and you're having a conversation and you keep focusing on the negative, this happened, negative, 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 what is that going to influence across the others? That's why I'm so selective on who has access to me. Because I used to have those friends that no matter what, they were committed to misunderstanding. They were committed to always finding something wrong. They were committed to always making sure that there was misalignment. They were committed to confusion and disruption. See, the New Testament DT. See, I focus on the possibilities, and I focus on being surrounded by people who are going to focus more on the C, the I, and the A. Now, with the A, disclaimer, the things that you put in the A bucket, guess what? You don't put time and energy in that. We've accepted it. We're moving forward. Focus on the possibilities, the realities, the opportunities, and the changes that we can either control or influence. Like, although certain individuals may not be at the organization anymore, I have to accept that. I'm going to put that in the A bucket. But I'm still here at WCD, and I still want to make sure that I'm working in an environment that is fulfilling the mission and vision and values of WCD. And so because I'm still here, I'm going to now shift my energy and focus on the things that I can actually, or that's the CIA method. I'm going to say something that's going to ruffle some feathers, and that's okay because I'm a coach. That's what coaches do. But I'm going to say it in a very healthy and toxic way, or untoxic way. She kept saying toe, y'all. I'm still. There were some significant changes in January. Y'all with me? Regardless how you feel about the change. Regardless. Some people are like, I'm all here for it. Some people are like, can't take it. That's fine. But guess what? The reality is that we have to accept. Y'all with me? It's not going anywhere. Not anytime soon. So what have I done as an individual and somebody who is living based on the impacts and results of those changes? I focus on what I can actually control and influence. Because although for a lot of people, when they see me, they automatically assume something just based on my physical appearance. I have to accept that. Are y'all with me? There are things about our identity that you haven't even said anything yet, and people have already assessed who you are just based on your physical appearance. I have to accept that. But what I can change and influence is that when certain individuals, or all individuals, let me say all individuals, experience me, because I'm coming in with a new mindset of focusing on the possibilities and not being consumed with their commitment to misunderstanding me, by the time I leave their presence, they know I'm not the one. See, I'm looking at the possibilities while you're focusing on things that have nothing to do with me. Are y'all with me? That's the biggest thing. There are going to be people who are just committed to making sure that we are all miserable here at WCD. Committed. And you literally meet them where they are and give them that time and energy. Whereas me, I'm sorry you feel that way. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I'm now going to focus on the possibilities and the opportunities. I'm going to focus on how we're going to win here at WCD. Because what you're talking about, I have to accept it. There's nothing that we can do to change it. But I am going to transfer my energy and my mindset and reframe and focus on collectively, as an organization, as a team, what are the possibilities? And within that process, I'm also going to be open and share previous experiences where the initial change, it stung, but I still came out winning. That's what each of us in this room can do. But it has to be done collectively. It can't be siloed. Everybody, like this table right here, the positive table, I mean, we're all positive, but they're super duper positive. By the powers vested in me, I want y'all to consider being change agents. Because there are going to be some people that feel completely opposite from y'all that people are listening to. And y'all need to be a little bit more louder. Are y'all with me? I don't care if you have to get T-shirts that have all of those words that you just wrote down. What were some of the words again? Hopeful. What were the words, Robin? Well, optimistic. I don't care if you have to get a T-shirt. WCD on the front. Everybody that's at this change agent table, put the positive word in the back. And then you pull a Alex. No, hold on, let me get his walk. Can you imagine the positive energy? If as a change agent, I haven't even said anything yet, but I'm just projecting positive energy and possibilities just by that T-shirt with that word. Optimistic. So, CIA method. Y'all got it down. We are not putting any more energy and time and negative input into things that we cannot change. We're going to focus on the things that we can either control or influence. That's it. And we're going to do it collectively. And we're going to do it as a team. And for those that come to the table like this, I hope not. How are you doing? What do you need from me in order to thrive today? Did y'all hear what I said? Because a lot of times when people are hurt, they then want to what? Hurt others. So sometimes all you got to do is just lean into somebody and say, I've noticed a shift. I've noticed a change. How are you doing? What do you need from me today? How can I support? I'm serious. Sometimes people just need you to just meet them where they are and just say, what do you need from me? Now, if they still continue to do this, I want you to then accept that they are committed. You tried, and now move on to what? The possibilities. I tell myself I give negative people one opportunity. Because here's the secret, y'all. This is going to really ruffle some feathers. A lot of the time, why change is so difficult is because all the positive people keep giving the negative people all the time and energy and not focusing on the people who actually do want to win. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and clap. Yeah. See, I used to do that. I'm so busy trying to convince people that are committed to not receiving change, I neglected all the majority of the people that are ready to win. Quit giving people who are committed to misunderstanding, committed to telling you when you say good morning, is it? Let it go. Accept it. They don't like themselves and they don't like you. There's nothing you can do to change it. It's just like when some of us in this room, we would literally get all A's or 7 A's and 1 B. And versus celebrating those 7 A's, what do? Some of us in here got 5 kids. She said, it ain't me. Some of us are either products of a large family or have a large family. You got 5 kids, 4 of the 5 kids doing great things. But who's the kid that always gets the most attention? So then if I see that the troublemaker gets all the attention, see, y'all got it. Y'all got it. It's here. And it's here. We have to stop acting like we haven't been through changes before. And some of the changes that we've overcome were very ugly. But we're still here. And so if we were able to overcome that change, are y'all with me? We could do the same thing today here at WCD and meet people where they are. So if I'm already in the positive, I'm ready for change lane, and one of my teammates is 20 yards behind me, I need to what? I need to wait and meet where they are, because that's the whole thing that makes people feel encouraged when they know that somebody has their back. I know I could seriously be here with y'all till midnight. So what I got, like 10 minutes? Can I get 10 minutes? Oh, 6? Oh man, Nyla's not playing. Do y'all want me to leave in 6 minutes? No. The people have spoken, Nyla. No, I get it. I've got it here because I know y'all got things to do. All right, now, here's what, as we close, here's what I want us to do together. Because just as much as this is going to be a team effort, you also have to get complete with what can I do? What I am committed and willing to do as part of navigating through these changes, all right? So what I'm going to ask each of you. And ownership, it means that we don't wait for change to happen, but we do choose how we're going to contribute during the change. Did y'all hear what I said? We don't always get to choose when change happens, but we definitely get to choose how we're going to contribute. So you can either be in the background, or you can figure out, okay, you know what? I got my accept list. These are things I have to accept. Now let me start focusing on what I can contribute, which is another C word, and what I can influence. So we are going to collectively, for the next 5 minutes, write down one specific action that we are going to, as individuals, commit to that supports WCD's evolution. Evolution, next steps, growth, possibilities, opportunities. What am I going to commit to in terms of contributing? And it doesn't have to be big. Are y'all with me? It could be welcoming. I'm going to be welcoming anytime we get a new hire. I'm going to make sure that I commit to making sure that they have what they need, they're welcome. It could be just me sending them a welcome email. It doesn't have to be big, but right now, just write down an action that you are committed to as part of contributing to WCD's evolution. I'm going to commit to, from now on, when someone says good morning, I'm going to say, yes, it is. Something amazing is going to happen to WCD today. Doesn't have to be big. I love how you're rubbing the beard like you're really thinking. One action that you can commit to. We cannot leave until we get this action established that we are committed to as part of WCD's evolution. Now, while you are writing this down, I'm saying this in front of Nyla. I'm saying this in front of Nyla. We are going to create a commitment wall. So whatever you are committing to today, we are going to curate a space somewhere within our office, somewhere within your respective work locations that are, because you want to be what you see every day. If y'all came to my house, you talk about visual management. Denise, you are fine. Halle Berry ain't got nothing on you. You are the smartest. You are the greatest. You are the dopest MC. Like, that's all in my house. Because if I don't believe in myself, then I'm going to allow those people that say, good morning, is it, to influence me. Commitment right now. Does everybody have their commitment? Okay, it's okay. Take your time. Look, now I got Nyla's attention. She might give me a little two more minutes. Commitment wall. I literally have a commitment wall in my bathroom. Why do you think I have it strategically positioned in my bathroom? I promise I'm not vain, no. She said, because you're looking at yourself, no. It's because that's where I start my day. That's right. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Now, you know I can't say that, but I hear you. Whatever it takes. What are you committed to as part of contributing to WCD's evolution? It does not. It could literally be every time somebody joins the team, I'm going to just make sure that I welcome them. Or I'm going to treat somebody to lunch once a month. Whatever. It's the small things. I'm going to petition to Marty that we have our next town hall meeting in Las Vegas. I started something, Marty. I started something. But only if we bring Denise back. Yes. All right, do we all have one action? Oh, we still have time? Okay. 2 minutes. 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Because again, Nyla's with me. She's giving me the head nod of approval. We are going to create, and Nyla, actually, I wish we could use something like this. This is great. Just a space like this. And so what everybody's going to do when you get back to your respective location, write it down on an index card or a sticky note. So that way, whenever we come to our respective locations, we're going to see our commitment wall and remind ourselves what we're going to do. Because it's a collective effort. All right? And Nyla's going to make sure that happens. Yeah, where you got a lot of real estate. Yeah. Good. That's actually not a bad idea. We're going to get some commitment walls in the bathroom, too. Because remember, we're focusing on things that we can change, control, and influence versus what we have to accept. All right, 1 more minute. All right, before I close, I want to just share this with each of you. Number one, from the utmost sincere part of my heart, thank you. I love y'all. I always love partnering with WCD because y'all are such great people and you always give me such great reception. So thank you for that. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Alex, your walk, that give me all the life I need for the day, especially when I get to TSA. In all seriousness, what I love about what we've accomplished today, and again, it's not an overnight success, but one of the things I want to just bring to your attention that I've felt in this room, the room is already shifting. You're already moving from the things that you have to accept to the things that you can own with optimism. And you did that in an hour and a half, in 90 minutes. We're going to share what we've gained today in an email that you'll receive. And so the email that you're going to receive, the subject line is going to read resilience. So when you see that word, know that that's coming from me. We're also going to have the commitment wall. Now, the final thing I want you to think about, and you don't have to make this a formal headline, or excuse me, a formal project, but I also want you to think about if the Journal Sentinel or the Milwaukee Business Journal were going to do a feature on the Wisconsin Center District, what would be the headline based on the visions that you have, the possibilities, the commitments? What would the headline read? Because that is going to be part of where we start moving forward. So whatever that headline that you think would be on the front page of the WCD feature, add that to the commitment wall. Because vision is so important. What you see is what you want to be. What you eat, it's consumption. But what you see, that's consumption too. So make sure you're seeing and reading things that further amplify the moving forward. Whatever emotions that you're feeling, again, they're valid. Just make sure that each day you're getting closer and closer to the breakthrough. And look at the opportunities and the possibilities. Make some new partnerships here at WCD. Because I feel like when I walked into this room, everybody sat at the table with people who they what? That's comfortable, that's safe. We got to start switching it up. That's a part of the resilience. I am so proud of each of you. I'm proud of what you were willing and able to share today. I'm proud of your possibilities. That's what I'm also proud of. And finally, I'm most proud of the fact that no matter where you are in this change journey, that you have gotten complete with the fact that you're what people? Good people. Today, when you leave here, there's going to be somebody that's going to try to make you feel that you're a bad person. Fire them immediately. Figuratively, fire them immediately. They do not need to have access to you. That's what I should have said, Marty. Thank you. Those kind of people do not, because remember, as humans, you're going to get distracted. You're going to put way too much time and energy focused on the people that don't like you. Do you know people don't like you just because you like you? How many people you think truly like me? Not too many. But guess what that makes me know? I'm doing much better. And I'm going to go to work every day, even if I got a fire to put out. Because I got good people, good people, good people, good people, good people, good people that have access to me, so that when my truck can't fit through that clearance, I got good people who are going to help me get through it as part of that change management. I love y'all. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much. Give yourselves a round of applause. We got this, y'all. WCD is going to be all right. We got this. Have a great rest of your week. Thank you.